Here's a quick tour of the van. We've got 2 cruise seats here and a television which you can plug into and the kids can watch TV. Coming through to the kitchenette. Down below we've got a fridge that runs on electric and also runs on gas. A sink, a cooker, oven and grill that also runs on gas. Coming towards the back, this is the double bed area. Coming round, a TV for when you're lying in bed. Going to the front of the van again, up the top, this pulls down and you've got another double bed which has some ladders there as well. This is the control panel for the heating. If you are running on electric, which means you're either plugged into someone's house or at a campsite, you can turn this dial here which gives you the power, and then this is the thermostat you can turn up which gives it either hotter or colder. In the background you can probably hear the heating coming on. I'll just turn that back down to 0 and that off. When running on gas, you turn it down to the bottom one which has got a little gas symbol on it, and then you can turn the heating up. You have to wait a while, and then in the top left hand corner a green flashing light will come on to tell you that you're running on gas. Don't forget, you need to turn the gas bottle on first before it will light, otherwise it's not going to work. The same applies for the hot water down below. If I flick the switch down like so, that is for hot water for gas, and in a few minutes time a green light will come on in the corner if the gas is turned on. This switch here is for when, there you go, that's the gas on for heating, for hot water. This switch here is for when you're plugged in and you want hot water. Unfortunately at the moment this is not working correctly, so just run on the gas rather than anything else. Next door is just a light switch above your head. Now that the heating's on, we've got an inlet and an outlet valve pipe thing over here. So top one is pushing air out, that is pushing air in, so make sure if you want heat that both of them are open. The fridge is right next to it, so this is where we do have problems. Make sure you close them both down like so before opening the fridge door, okay, because it will scald and dent the fridge. So that's opening them back up again, and that's letting all the heat come into the van. For the fridge, you've got one thermostat controller here to turn the fridge up and down depending on the temperature you have or want, and then this control panel here, you can see at the moment it's plugged in because it's plugged into my garage, but if you're free camping and you're driving, you want to turn it to battery, and it will run off the battery all the time, so it will keep the fridge cold even when you're driving. So my recommendation is to have it on this all the time unless you're plugged into a campsite. Okay, the gas cooker just works on gas by turning it on and pressing the button. I can't do both because I'm holding the phone. We'll turn the gas on. Same as the controllers that you've got here for your grill, which is the first one on the left. That's your grill there. You need to leave the grill door open to grill. Don't close it, otherwise it will go off. And then you've got your oven down below like this. When driving, top tip is have that placed in like that, because that will stop the rattling noise whilst you're driving, and it keeps everything nice and quiet, otherwise it drives you nuts after a few hours. Top tip. Okay, let me show you how the double bed works at the back. At the moment it's set up as a dining space, so all I do is move forwards underneath here this pulls out to make it look like that, and then you've got one cushion there to the right and one to the left. You take the middle cushion away, which is that one there, you can see at the back, shove it underneath and place the other two cushions right in the middle. You can then lay your sheets over the top, duvet, pillows, and away you go. Okay, above the bedding area we've got cupboards for all your clothes, which goes all the way around to there, and I normally keep my shoes at the bottom under that side. We've also got in this cupboard here cleaning materials, including a bottle of this. That's the blue loo. I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes to actually clean the toilets. And in this cupboard, a selection of DVDs and games. Okay, inside this cupboard, dustpan and brush, and you can see there's a table there which fits into the space for dining, so that just comes straight out, and that's your dining area. Coming further forward at the van, open this door. This takes us into our toilet and shower area, as you can see. Now, first of all, the shower. The shower itself has a clip at the top and a clip at the bottom. If I was to unclip those, I can bring this door forward to create a wet room, and you can see there's the shower tray at the bottom, and you can have a shower, and you can see the shower is at the back over there. Turning to the toilet, if I can fit in. Oh, hello. Down below is the toilet. Okay. Normally I have a little bit of water in the bowl by pressing this green button here. Puts a little bit of water into the bowl. Once I've finished what I need to do, to this side of the bowl there is a little lever. I open it and then I can close it, and then push a bit more water through and just leave it like that. Okay, just above the toilet, this little handhold here, you can pull this out and it turns into a sink for washing your hands. And if you've got hot water already on, you'll get hot water out of this at the same time. Cool, isn't it? Various other things, we've got an electric kettle. The electric sockets that you got here are only going to work when you're plugged in to a campsite. All of the electrics won't work. We've also got an electric socket here, but we've also got an adapter socket there for a cigarette lighter. That will work when you are not plugged in to a campsite. So if you want a cup of tea and you have to use the gas, down below here inside that area, pots, pans, and there's also a kettle for boiling water, so you can have a cup of tea at any time of day or night, plugged in or not. Underneath the cruise seat there is another locker which is there. I've got walking poles in there. I've got levelling chocks to level the wheels if you're on a unstable surface, and you can get the van level by driving onto them. Very difficult to explain on a video, but it's quite easy to do. Also got a leveler by the door, which you can see there, which will show you the level of the van fore and aft and port and starboard. The main control panel for the entire van is located right by the front door. First of all, you just got a light switch which turns lights on inside the van. You can see there, that's the pump for the water pump that's turned on. That's an awning light for outside, so there's a wee light out on the outside of the van which will turn on. That's the master switch to turn everything off. You can see that's on. This button here is for auxiliary battery or vehicle battery. So at the moment it's running, all the stuff inside the van is running on the auxiliary battery at the back. But if you need to switch it to the vehicle battery, you can do. I would recommend it. You keep it on that unless you run out of power completely. But I wouldn't have that on too long, otherwise your battery will go flat in the van and you won't be able to start it. This one here is just your water test. So it shows you actually how much water is in the van. So you can see it's pretty full, and that's your voltmeter as well, showing how many volts you've got currently in the battery at the back, so you know you've got plenty of power. Okay, looking at the outside of the van, first of all there's a door step which is here. To bring that in, you need to press this button, which is just on the inside of the door. Press it, you hear it making a noise because it's not fully working. So when you press it, you just need to use your foot to lift it up and it will go back in. Press it down, goes back out, put your foot on it, that's it working. Press the button again, just give it a little nudge and it goes back in. Moving on to the first panel, this is directly under the toilet, so this is the cassette for the toilet itself. It just lifts out. It's completely empty at the moment, and by moving this out, unscrewing the cap, you can then empty it into a toilet or a chemical waste disposal unit. The blue loo that I showed you in the van, you put a small dose of that in with a small dose of water, and that's it ready to go again. On this side of the van is your electric hookup, so you can see this is the van battery itself, and that's the cable going into it. At the moment I've got it plugged into my garage. All you do is put your hand in here and take the whole thing away, and then you can store the cable away. I normally store the cable in the gas locker on this side, so it'll just go in there. That's where your cable is stored. If you'd run out of fresh drinking water, well, it's not drinking water but fresh water for the van, that's where you just put your key in, take that out and use a hose pipe and fill her up. The hose pipe is also located where the gas bottles are, so you can use that hose pipe as many times as you want to actually fill it with water.